What's up, guys? I will dominate here from Cloud9, and today we have a special video for you guys. I was able to sit down with all the C9 players, and we did a preseason roundtable and got all the players' thoughts on the new season, new format, the teams in the LCS, and what their expectations are, and a little bit of inside info on how the team's gelling so far and how they've been interacting with their coaching staff. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. The first thing that I just wanted to ask you guys is, how do you guys feel initially with your teammates when you guys got together and got to talk? Is there already a dynamic going on? Or did you guys carry over the previous Cloud9 dynamic of kind of being friends and having fun, or how are everything's shaping up so far in the house?
I definitely say that we're getting pretty close as friends. We're not actually all together right now because me, Perkz, and Zven and Mithy are quarantining by ourselves in another house, so we're not actually with all our teammates, but I'd say we're getting along pretty well, and we've been scrimming for a while, so I think it's been going pretty good.
Yep. I heard Perkz talking about how the scrims felt initially before, but do you guys want to go out there and just say you haven't lost a scrim, it's just old C9, or how do you guys feel already?
I just want to say I haven't lost a scrim yet. I don't know about everyone else, but I haven't lost a scrim yet.
Yeah, I think we're undefeated with the starting 5, so I think it's looking pretty good.
It's safe to say that we'll win Worlds this year.
What type of sample size are we talking? We're talking one set, or
we're talking 5 games versus IMT.
5 games versus IMT. All right.
Wait,
Nice.
5 games versus CLG as well. You can't forget.
Oh, we don't forget about CLG.
Wait, Zven played only one day.
Oh, really?
I only played one set versus IMT so far, and they had 2 out of their 5 main starters, and they had 3 academy or whatever they were.
Okay. So you guys are guaranteed at least 9th place.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
at
getting
least looks like it.
No, 8 because we 502 teams.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
So how do you guys actually feel about the rosters coming in? Because from my perspective, when I was looking at it, it kind of just looks like TL and you guys will be fighting for that top spot. But are there any other teams that you guys were looking out at and kind of just have interpretation that they will be contenders for that title besides for you guys?
I think TSM looks okay, roster-wise, personally.
Yeah, I agree. I think TSM.
I think it sounds like TL has a lot of problems with their
players
actually coming to the country, so they might be onto a late start like they were in last year in spring. So I think they will start very slowly, so maybe they won't be looking that good.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the 100 Thieves roster, which is pretty much Golden Guardians, but adding someday? I know they were making a run towards the end. So do you guys have any hope for that roster? Potentially breaking into that top 3 spot, or how do you guys feel?
I think that bot lane's okay. I think that mid lane is bad. I mean, I think everyone except that mid lane is pretty fine, but yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I think that team kind of had a favorable meta going into the playoffs, and I feel like this year they won't be as good as people think they will be. Is my expectation of that team.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask a little bit about your guys' preseasons, and I guess we could start with Fudge here. Obviously, people are quarantined. You have to do your own thing in this preseason. It's harder to travel to Korea or do any of those types of boot camps because of Corona and everything. So how do you prepare as a rookie coming into a team with so many successful players, right? You're looking at players where the least successful players on the team are champions already. So how do you fit in, and do you feel like you have anything to prove to these guys because of their resumes?
I mean, yeah, of course, because I'm a rookie, I have something to prove, but I don't really feel like because I'm a rookie, I'm worse than the other players in the LCS. I feel like all the other players in the LCS are already pretty brainless. So I don't really feel like because I'm a rookie, it's that hard to prepare.
Imagine egoing this hard.
God, this ego. This is some
Academy rat
ego.
egoing this hard is actually crazy.
Well, I mean, is it just the team dynamic? I feel like the rookies are kind of shaped by the team, and maybe the fact that you guys have been building him up.
I have a huge ego because of Perkz, actually. Yeah, that's literally the reason.
I mean, he said you were going to solo kill the Shy, right? The thing that I like to do is look at try to read between the lines and what Perkz is saying. And even though he says you're going to solo kill the Shy, he did say tank versus tank. So are you just the dedicated tank player for the team already?
Yeah, but practically I just play Malphite, Bronze Zodia.
He's a Bronze Zodia representative.
I really like when Fudge picks Malphite. It runs at the comfortable.
I'm not picking takes, that's for sure.
So I guess next we'll just go in order here, and next I wanted to go to blaber. Last season obviously ended disappointing for you guys. What have you been trying to do to, like, at least from your own position, do whatever you can to make sure that doesn't happen again? Is that something that you've been thinking about a lot? Because obviously you had a really good roster last year too, and there was a huge streak of dominance and spring split from you guys. So is there anything that you're trying to, like, think about, or, like, is there any reasons why you think that happened that you're trying to, like, pace yourself throughout the season to avoid, or how do you take that lesson from last year and move it into this year?
Well, I think there are like a lot of reasons why we didn't do well last year, but I think one of the biggest reasons for us like falling off, I guess, is I think meta shifted between spring and summer, and we were much better at what was being played in spring. Obviously, I think we all like played a bit worse as well in summer compared to spring. I think if we were still in the same form, that we could have probably won again. But I mean, personally, I haven't really thought about it too much. I went to Korea this offseason to practice, and obviously there's like some things that I need to work on individually, like putting myself like in too aggressive positions and stuff like that, and getting caught. But besides that, I think we'll be able to work on stuff as a team together much better with scrims, and it's only been like a week so far, so I think we've been doing pretty well with that.
Yeah. So Perkz, how's your intro to NA been? Is it better or worse initially than you thought? Like, what's your feeling of actually being here?
Oh, it's much better than I thought. I went like no expectations here, and I've been pleasantly surprised by all my teammates. So that's pretty nice. Like, no offense, I didn't have expectations of any of. Not
even Zven, man. Come on.
No, I had expectations of Zven, but it's like I already played with him, so I kind of know how he is. But I basically didn't know anything how they communicate or how they play in game, right? But then I was really surprised with everyone. I think it's kind of, I can see they're very good players, all of them. So it's just it's gonna be fun to actually be able to like work on a lot of things that I've worked over my past teams the past few years, and us getting actually really good as a unit, because I think that's what all the game is about, like communication and playing well as a unit. So I think we have pretty good chances of winning Worlds this year.
How has your transition to mid lane been? Do you feel like you're like out of 100%? Where do you feel like you're at compared to like your max level mid lane right now?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, usually like players speak at the boot camps, and usually when I play the best is like at MSI or Worlds, where I can play a boot camp and scream the best teams, right? But as of right now, I think I played like a lot of mid lane in this offseason, and also like when I was even during Worlds, like in China, I was king up mid a bit here and there, and when I was watching mid laners at Worlds play, I thought I could do better than most of them. So it's just going pretty smooth, I would say. I think there is not really like much new in mid right now. Then there wasn't like I played like literally all the metas already and all the champions that have been played. So the only new champion is actually Yone, and I've spammed him a lot. So I think I'm just kind of ready for the meta, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I guess we'll go to the bot lane last. I know last offseason you guys went to Korea. You guys both got super high rated, and for the entire year you guys dominated NA solo queue. So as a unit, I know that you guys weren't together for part of it. I know Vulcan went over to Europe for a little bit, but was it just more grinding for you guys, or did you guys take a step back? Because I feel like you guys are normally the two biggest grinders on the team.
I mean, it sucks now because they removed duo queue, so you can't duo queue once you hit like above Diamond 1. So you really can't do it anymore. You can queue up same time and hope for the best, or you can abuse system and Diamond 1 dodge in promos once you have 2 wins. But
yeah, the apocalypse strat.
Yeah, basically. But it's like really not worth it. And we couldn't go to Corona. I mean, couldn't go to Korea either because of Corona. So we couldn't bootcamp this year. I think last year our bootcamp in Korea, the one me and Phil had together, was really good for us. It helped us get ahead of everyone else, and even more so because of the new champs, Aphelios and Senna, that came out. I think not everyone last year could play those champions in Spring Split at least, so we had a lot of advantage of knowing the matchups because we play them in Korea so much. So I think it kind of sucks that we can't do it anymore. We can't go to Korea this offseason, but I think it'll be fine. I think we're still pretty good.
Vulcan, you have anything to add to that? I know you've been claiming rank 1 on NA for like the last like 3 months or something, but have you just been grinding the game?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I started to pace myself a little bit. I mean, like Zven said, I think our boot camp last year was very beneficial, but I think it's also good this year to just like, I guess, not have that because we kind of ran out of juice, at the end of the year. So I think, just pacing ourselves for this year is going to be good. And also, like, we didn't get to boot camp, but I feel like as soon as we scrimmed together again, I feel like we just clicked instantly. So we have like all that synergy that we built last year, and I think that just carried over. And we're like, this time we don't need it, right? Because we're not coming into a new team. The two of us just starting to play together. So I think the boot camp, even though it sucks that we weren't able to, go together in Korea and practice for a while, I think we don't need it for this year. So I think we're looking still pretty strong.
Yeah. How do you guys in general, like the whole team can chime in for this, but how do you guys feel about the new format? Obviously, there's this new tournament that you're going to have at the beginning of LCS, and there's another tournament for MSI, and for qualification into MSI, and then obviously it's just a one split into Worlds. Do you guys find this new format exciting? I feel like after you guys have been in LCS for so long, something new might actually just make it feel different, and might have like some motivational benefits for you guys. But just in general, how do you feel about like the new system, the format, the tournaments, everything?
It's probably hype for the fans, but I don't think most teams care too much about the outcome of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't affect like the split that much, so it's not like it really matters, I guess. I mean, of course, we're trying to win the thing, right?
I'm down to get a free 150k. Anything's great. I'm down.
Rat.
Yeah.
I guess regarding the new format as well, like I don't know how it'll be, but because now you're playing 3 games a day or 3 games a week, sorry, instead of three days a week. Oh my god, I can't talk. We're playing 3 days a week instead of 2 days, so we have 1 less scrim day. And I don't know how that'll like affect us, I guess, or teams in general. But I guess I'm excited to see how it is.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's just going to evolve into the meta of like 3 scrim days, 3 LCS days, 1 day off, or do you think that some people are going to be, taking no days off and doing more of the old school TSM approach?
I think if you take no day off, you're just kind of like trolling for the long run.
Yeah,
like it's not good ever to take no days off. I think the other viable option would be like to scrim on the LCS days instead.
That sounds super good for a team. Scrim before LCS.
Or like after LCS.
After LCS.
Or after you lose LCS, then you go home and scrim.
I mean, it's like that as well, right? Like you have to like scrim after the games.
That's true.
You have no time to scrim, so you might as well get used to it, I guess.
I think some teams will be screaming.
But I'm actually really excited for the change because it's, as you mentioned, Dom, like 5 years of the same shit every split. Like it's kind of boring and stale, and this is like something different this year. So it's super exciting for me. I wanna play the tournament and I wanna win it, and I wanna win every single game. So it's more games to win, right? So it's fun.
I mean, you said you're gonna go deathless, right? So
yeah. Well, looking at my screens right now, I might have to like take that one back. But I might just go that. Like I will go deathless either in the tournament or in the spring split. Like I have to decide basically. Like it's yet to be decided. Like but one of the
that's a big cap.
But one of the tournaments I will go deathless the whole time.
Massive cap.
Jesus, how does it feel to be like reunited with familiar faces? I mean, obviously it's a new environment, but the fact that you have Zven and Mithy here, I feel like that has to, at least make your transition to Cloud9 a lot smoother than I guess it would be otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting like adjusted to just like the new environment, faces, food, habits, etc. We're not even yet like full as a team, so it's like I'm not even like taking it serious yet. I mean, I am, but I'm like in the fact that like I'm not really actually getting adjusted to what I'm gonna be living in. But it definitely helps that there is like people that I've known for many years. Like that's pretty nice. I mean, it feels easier, I guess, to get adjusted. But I think it's going pretty well so far. I'm quite happy.
Yeah. Have you naturally, kind of gotten the role of being the captain? I know that for a while you're probably the voice of reason within G2, but now with this new team, is it because of like your accomplishments, your pedigree, whatever? People are kind of looking to you for that role, or is everyone just kind of feeling things out and we'll see where the pieces fall?
I think right now everyone is just like doing their thing, and then we will see in a few weeks, months, like what we actually need or what we need to improve on. I think right now I'm just trying to play the best I can, and then once we start playing on stage and stuff, like the longer the year goes, like the more important games we get to, then we will like see, I guess, what do I need to do in this team for it to win. So right now it's just getting to know each other and synergy, and
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely. I guess the last question I had for you guys was about your coaching staff. So I did a roundtable with the coaching staff recently, and you guys have one of the most absolutely stacked coaching staffs I've seen so far. So how do you guys feel about like just the coaching staff in general? Did you guys have say in picking specific people? I know that Fudge is an LS like protege, and then you got Max on the team in Vigar V2. So like, do you guys have like good relationships with the coaching staff already? I mean, obviously we talked about Perkz and Mithy, but how do you feel about the coaching staff in general? Are you like really comfortable that you have like so many great League of Legends minds, supposedly there to just help you the whole way? Like,
I mean, I'll just go ahead. I think personally, I feel like drastic improvements compared to our coaching staff last year. I think the coaches have brought like really good points after the games and reviews, and I think we've been able to implement them pretty fast. And also, just talking with like being able to talk with Mithy, who's obviously he had a really good career as a support, and he's able to bring a perspective that I didn't really have before in C9. So I think it's really good to have him on board. And also, I've been working with Vagar a lot during scrims, and he'll just DM me on Discord and tell me like a few points that he saw during the game that he thinks I could improve on, and I'll just apply that in my next game. And I think it's all going very smoothly. And yeah, we have a really stacked coaching staff. So
yeah. Anyone else?
Yep.
I mean,
for
I've
it.
obviously you know that I know Max, I know Viga very well, and also I've been talking to Mithy a little bit, and I love Mithy already. He's funny. He's a funny guy, and he's also very smart about the game. So I mean, obviously, and of course Rainover is the head coach, and I worked with him in the academy, right? So I'm pretty happy with our coaching staff. I think it's like definitely the best coaching staff in NA, if not like EU as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the coaching stuff. I think we'll improve a lot this year, for sure.
I saw Zven was jumping in there for a second. Was there anything you wanted to add to it?
No.
Oh, you're good? Okay.
Love our coaching stuff.
I mean,
You're not gonna flame Mithy or anything?
I think you get to see the most of coaching stuff when the shit gets rough. Like it's like
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
it's like right now in the beginning, like all is great, and everything they say will probably be useful because you're a new team. But then when we start like having obviously bumps, like every team will, and when things gets like stale, that's when we see how good our coaching staff will actually be. As of right now, I'm not gonna give them any credit. I do have like hope for them, but. But I will not say anything yet. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, I just thought of this because when I was doing the interview with the coaching staff, I asked them the question of, because they have so many people that have these like strong points, or just like they're very like strong-willed about how they think the game should be played. I asked them if they thought that would be an issue amongst them, because I feel like there could be like inherent points of the game that they really disagree on. Do you guys think that having so many people that are like really knowledgeable and just known for having like defined ways to think about the game, do you think that could be a downside at any point, like lack of cohesion between the coaching staff because everyone is pretty established in the way they think about the game?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're kind of like going to be the people who choose how we're going to play the game, right? Like, and cohesion. Even though like we have a lot of people, I think even a team that has like only one or two coaches, there can be cohesion problems only like between the players and the coaches, right? So I think that's kind of always an issue, no matter what your coaching staff is. And I think at the end of the day, we just have to like the five of us find a way where like everyone's happy with the way we do things. And I think so far, I mean, it's been looking good, right? But we haven't been scrimming for very long, but I think in the future it's something that we'll be able to do well as well.
Yeah, well, it seems like you guys are pretty excited and things have been going well so far. So I just wanted to get a prediction before we wrap it up here. Are you guys getting first this season? Is it just going to be a C9 dominant streak? But I mean, I guess there's only a spring split now, right? So there's no summer to fall off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I have no ego. Sorry, say anything.
I mean,
All right, we'll take that as C9 first.
all I'm gonna say is Fudge is gonna solo Clary top laner in the LCS. Am I right?
In this
True,
team,
true.
we abuse law of attraction. So we'll win the split, we will go to Worlds, and we will win Worlds, and we will smurf on everyone.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Just abuse law of attraction as much as possible, and then it's just free win.
All right, well now we got a title for the video, so hopefully that gets some clicks. Anyways, I appreciate you guys sitting down with me, having this roundtable. It's good to get some insight on how things have been going in the early stages. I assume that we'll do this again at some point, maybe after the first portion of the split, or if you guys go to MSI after that. And yeah, we'll just check in throughout the year and see how things are going within the team. So it's a good starting point. It's good to know where the baseline is. And I'll look forward to you guys coming back and giving me new information as time goes on. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. All the fans out there, make sure subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. This has been the C9 Preseason Roundtable. Thanks.
Thank you, Dom.